What an interesting round of football we just had. I got 3 out of 9 tips, so I got Sydney, St Kilda and Port Adelaide right. But before you do get into my tips, please subscribe to the channel just there. And it's trying to get to 1k. I'm going to go to this game. It's going to be a fun game to go to with a few creators. Might even vlog it, not sure yet. But it's Essendon versus Sydney Swans. Now, Essendon have to win this game. They have to play finals. If they don't, it's season over. If not, it's already. And Sydney, they had a good win against Collingwood. They came back 27 points down at one stage in that final term. And Essendon lost after the siren. McAndrew kicks that goal after the siren. Elite stuff. Alright, so I'm going to tip Sydney by, I reckon about 31 points. It will be close-ish, but Sydney will pull away. Next game is Gold Coast Suns versus Melbourne at Metricon Stadium. This is going to be an interesting game. Gold Coast have not lost a game at home this season, and Melbourne's season's also on the line. So it's not really much to play for because I think the top 8's already been set. So I think I'm going to go Gold Coast by 22 points. Obviously, Gold Coast had a really good win against Essendon after the siren. McAndrew kicked that goal. Awesome. And Melbourne just lost against Port Adelaide. I didn't actually watch that game, so I can't really comment. But apparently Melbourne had a few opportunities to win the game. So next game is GWS versus Freo. GWS, they had a really good win. 3-goal win against Brisbane Lions, which was... It was a scrappy game, sort of. It wasn't that interesting until the final term, I felt. And Fremantle just crushed their top 4 hopes alive by losing to Geelong, my beloved Cats, by 11 points. Now, I'm going to go GWS to win this game by, I reckon about 45 points. Next game at the MCG, Collingwood versus Brisbane Lions. Now, Brisbane Lions, they did lose to GWS by 3 goals at home, and Collingwood choked up a 27-point lead in that last term. I don't know who to tip. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Collingwood to win this, actually. Only reason, it's at the MCG. Brisbane play okay at the MCG, and they almost won the granny, but I'm still going to tip Collingwood. I feel like if they get their groove back a little bit more, it sort of looked like they had their groove back last Friday. Yeah, they just lost it. So I'm still going to tip them. I've got faith in them, and they could potentially turn their season around and get a top 8 spot, which is crazy to think about how tight it is. Sydney Swans, the only ones that have locked in their top 8 spot. It's crazy. This is a danger game. St Kilda versus Geelong. Now, Geelong, we might have just been saved our top 8 spot. Top 4 is still on the line. We are 4th on the line at the moment. But we have to win this game, and I think we are going to win this game against the Saints by, I feel like it's going to be 21 points. It's going to be a close game. St Kilda obviously had a really good win. I think it was a 48-point win against Richmond, and Geelong beat Freo over in Freo. So that was a really good result for the Cats. It was an awesome live stream. Thanks so much for tuning in. And the next game is the showdown. This is a massive, massive, massive game. Port Adelaide to keep their top 2. Even they could finish first if Sydney lose the next couple, which is crazy to think about. And I'm going to tip, I want to tip an upset here. I want to go Adelaide. I guess there's no really upset, to be honest, in the showdown, because anything can happen any day, and it doesn't even matter where you're on the ladder. It could be 1st to 18th, and they still have a close game. So I'm going to tip Adelaide to win by, I reckon, 3 points. It's going to be an absolute thrilling contest, and Adelaide going to kick a goal with 20 seconds to go. We've got the Sunday games now. Bulldogs, they had a terrible loss against Adelaide today. It was shocking. there's nothing really to say. I tipped them by 45 and they lost by about 33, so, it happens. But they take on North Melbourne. Now, North Melbourne, they've been competitive, and I don't know how they coughed up that lead against West Coast, but promising signs for them as well. Like, you got to take a few positives from the game, and if they had another key backman, maybe they could have won that game. But yeah, they've been pretty competitive. So I'm going to tip Bulldogs by 35 points. I feel like it could even be 100, but at the same time, North Melbourne aren't as bad as they faced last time. The next game, Hawthorn versus Richmond Tigers. I'm tipping Hawthorn. Flag Hawk is on. They beat Carlton. They smashed them. Wow, I did not expect that. I expected Carlton to, come home strong, but obviously they had like 4 or 5 injuries in the end. I'm going to tip Hawthorn by. Oh, but Hawthorn, they played really, really well against Carlton. There's a big chance they will make finals. It stands to lose now. That's for sure. I'm going to tip them to win by 103 points. It's going to be a massive smashing. I can't really see Richmond competing with them. I do apologise, Hawks fans. You are a real contender. Next game, West Coast versus Carlton. I'm going an upset here. I'm going West Coast. They had a really good win against North Melbourne, and Carlton have quite a few injuries. So I think it's going to be an upset here. I really do. Carlton season, if they lose to West Coast, over 110%. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting contest. I'm going to go through my tips in, and I'm going to stick with them. Can't believe what a round of football we had. I'm going to dissect it in another video, which I'll be posting hopefully in the next couple of days. That's the aim. Thanks so much for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. And yeah, let's do it. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.